Here we have yet another unforeseen consequence of the stupid lockdowns in 2020 and 2021. Apparently, a surge in STD among teens because what? Okay, I don't know, man. This one's kind of wild. But yes, shutting schools could lead to a surge in STDs among teens. So if they're going to be sequestered in their own homes, how is... Okay, anyways. COVID lockdown set adolescents back in their schoolwork, led to the worst exam results in math and reading on record. Now, researchers warn that it has taken a toll on sex education, leaving middle and high schoolers less confident about safe practices and more vulnerable to dangerous diseases. Yeah, okay, sure, that's going to be the case, 100%. Scientists at Brown University, oh, come on now, could we not go to a different university? But anyways, found that 7th graders, who are typically 12 and 13 years old, who received sex ed in 23 and 24, were likely to have negative feelings or beliefs around the topic compared to those taught in 2018 and 2019, before the pandemic. Yes, we know, the before times even. Results showed, however, that both groups did show interest in the topic. Well, sort of, I guess. It was always awkward. Okay, I forget when I went through that. It was probably junior high. So yeah, 7th or 8th grade, that seems to make sense. Okay, Parker Haddock, the medical student who led the research, said middle schoolers are learning the facts about sexual health, and that's only half the battle. Okay, knowledge is half the battle. You should get G.I. Joe to teach these classes. If you want students to make healthy choices, you need to teach sexual health in ways that foster not just knowledge, but belief and confidence, and results in real-world application. Yeah, you need to get somebody in there and get fucked on the desk to just show them how it really works. Adolescents are at a disproportionately higher risk of experiencing sexually transmitted diseases, unwanted pregnancies, or unhealthy relationships than older peers because they are more likely to engage in risk-taking behaviors. Really? Have you seen the average high school student that's out there? Anyways, and there is a recent shift in adolescent sexual behavior. Is there? That's gross. With surveys suggesting condom use has been on the decline. Yeah, ew, who wants to use one of those? I'm joking, sort of. The 2023 World Health Organization study in 41 countries found that among sexually active 15-year-old boys, 61% reported using a condom at the last intercourse in 2022 compared to 70% in 2014. For girls of the same age, 57% reported using a condom for their last encounter compared to 63% in 2022. While across the United States, the number of STD infections has fallen annually, unless, of course, we're talking about nursing homes. I did a video on that last year, but yeah, it's a funny topic in and of itself. CDC data, showed that adolescent males aged 15 to 19 in 2023, the last date available, the number diagnosed with chlamydia, the clap, the most common STD in the United States, rose 3.2%. For a recent study, the students completed an 8-lesson sex ed program and filled in a survey on their experience. Okay, an experience on the class or an experience on sex itself, because that would be a totally different response, I would imagine. Okay, 2 different classes completed the survey, one during 2018-2019 school year and the other during the 2023-2024 years. Okay, the researchers said the results were yet more evidence that children needed to be taught in the classrooms for their emotional and social learning skills. So yeah, man, who knew? Who knew of all the things that would end up getting affected thanks to those stupid do-nothing lockdowns? Proper sexual health would be one of those things affected. Who knew? Who knew? So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Coswell. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.